behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello everybody, it's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We got another great interview coming up for you in just a moment. But before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell. And anytime a new episode comes your way, you'll be notified. And feel free to leave a comment on the comment section. We'd love to hear from you there. And also we're on Facebook, facebook.com/Paul Mash TV. And feel free to follow us, comment and everything, and send us an inbox. We'd love to hear from you there. And we'd also love to hear from you in email. It's paulmashtv, all one word, @gmail.com. And if you're a band or a solo artist that want to be on the show, send us an email and we'll show you how to do that. But we also love fan mail as well. So if you're simply a fan, just send us an email and we'll get back to you. And all this stuff we just said is going to be recapped at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. We have a special guest today, Charlene. She's from Fort Worth, Texas, and she was a big artist back in the 70s and 80s, and she had a big hit with I've Never Been to Me, and we talk a little bit about that in the interview. And I think you're really going to enjoy this interview, so without further ado, let's start this show, and it starts right now. Well, hello everybody. It's interview time again as promised, and with us today we got a special guest. Her name is Charlene from Fort Worth, Texas, and she had a big hit back in the 70s and 80s. It was called I've Never Been to Me, and she's here with us today. Thanks for joining us, Charlene.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Paul. It's awesome.
Yeah, no problem. We're glad to have you here today. That was a good song, by the way. Well, what's the story behind that song? I'm sure it's self-explanatory, but tell us in your own.
Yeah. Well, it's more of a metaphor. Okay, the song, when it says, "Hey lady, Kristen, it's your life," she's kind of talking to herself. Okay, and then I wish somebody would have talked to me like I want to talk to you. And all the metaphors about kings and queens and been to the Isles of Greece and all that. It's all where she could have been in her life, but she wasn't. So it's like you could almost imagine a lady standing at her ironing board, ironing her husband's clothes, and this whole idea is coming to her. I could have done this. What if I would have done that? What if I, could I ever have done? It's all the kind of thinking back and, thinking. But then I think the penny drops of the song when, hey, you know what paradise is? It's a lie. It's a fantasy we create about people and places as we like them to be. But what truth is? It's that little baby. So that talking bit brings you back down to earth to like, you know what? You've got everything you need. You've got everything you want. A home, a child, and that doesn't pertain to everybody because a lot of people, have different ways of wanting their life to go. Everybody wants a child and a husband and all, and we're all different. We're all different. But for this lady in the song, it was all about dreaming about all the things that she didn't have, but then she did have. It all came together in the talking part.
Okay, well, that is a great song. And what were some of the artists you grew up with that helped influence you to be the artist you are today?
Oh, Beatles, We Five. Oh boy, the Four Tops. That's Motown. A lot of Motown influence in my life. And little did I know I'd be getting signed to Motown Records. But yeah, it's a lot of people, a lot of soul, a lot of not so much gospel, but kind of like soul music, like Sam Cooke. Oh, I love Sam Cooke. So that kind of stuff. That's kind of what info. But the Beatles were the number one influence because I was at the height of my teen years when they came from Britain to America and just absolutely blew everybody away. And their music never stops. And also, you know what? Bob Dylan I like him a lot. I like his songwriting, and very deep, very philosophical, and yeah. So,
Yeah, those are great. And you mentioned obviously the Beatles as being number one. I mean,
oh
you can't go wrong with the Beatles. I mean,
no, I
there's a lot
know.
of legends in music, but they were definitely legends.
Oh yeah.
So if anybody was watching this and they wanted to get some of your music, I guess you could get it on all streaming platforms. Maybe you still have albums or CDs they can buy physical.
Yeah, there's always things that you can get on the internet. Um, oh boy, I know in Japan I'm still huge, and in Australia I'm really big. I'm known as like an icon, but I mean, like, really, But I was number one in Australia for 6 weeks, and in Canada 6 weeks, number one.
Mm.
And Japan, I got awarded the brightest hope from Japan. So there's a lot of great countries that, I'm still there. My song is still going. A lot of movies the song has been in, and it's just been tremendous time, a tremendous adventure I've been on with this record.
Mm. Okay, so I guess you would just go on all the streaming platforms and go to any place like Amazon to buy some of your physical.
Yeah, you could get on Amazon. I know Never Been to Me, and that album you can get. Um, have you ever heard the Stevie Wonder duet I did with him?
No, I've only heard that song, and then of course the song.
Oh, oh wow, you must look up Used to Be with Charlene and Stevie Wonder. It's a very, very powerful song. And yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, me and Stevie got to sing together. He was incredible. And yeah, he was a good friend when I was at Motown. He was
Okay,
a good
well,
friend.
I'll do
Yeah.
that. I know everybody out there will do that too, so go do that.
Yeah, Used to Be. Check it out.
Um, and speaking of that, I just mentioned the song we're gonna be playing in just a moment. It's called "Fairy Tale Life." Uh,
Yes.
I-
Oh,
is that another self-explanatory one? Maybe you can tell me
yes.
more about
That
that.
is on all the platforms. It's out there. I was working at a music school. I was teaching piano to little kids, and then I just had to make a change because just where I was located and traveling and stuff. I had to give that up. But I started a song called Fairy Tale Life, and I got so far on it, and I couldn't really think of any more things to go. So I'm online and I look, and there's a guy named Paul Stewart Davies
Mhm.
who was a fan of mine, and he got in touch with me. And of course, he's being from Britain, and I'm like, "Do you like to write songs?" And he says, "I love to write songs." I says, "Well, I've got a song. It's called Fairy Tale Life, and I don't know where to go with it." And I said, "I'm going to send you a little bit of what I have." And he came up with all this track, and he helped me finish the lyric, and it was just wonderful, just incredible. So I'm gonna have to hang up. Oh, sorry. Um, so yes, so he finished the song, and he did the track on it. He did the most incredible track on the song, and now we're writing the second one, and we're gonna write more.
Okay, well, that's good. Hope you two will have many more songs to come in the future.
Oh yeah.
And I do love this song, and I know all of you will love it too. And we're going to get to that in just a moment. But
Okay.
thank you so much, Charlene, for coming on the show.
You're welcome. Thank you.
come back anytime. We'd love to have you back.
Okay, thank you. All the best to you, and congratulations. You've done this. It's fantastic what you've done. It's great.
Oh, I appreciate that, Charlene. Come on,
Yeah.
that means a lot. So,
Okay.
okay, so let's go watch that Fairy Tale Life song from Charlene, and it starts right now.
Yesterday, I boarded the train from New York to LA. Had to leave the past behind me, but it wouldn't
time after time. I'll tell you what we had is gone, that I'm gonna start anew. But the words never roll off my tongue, 'cause baby, baby, I'm still in love with you.
All my friends are telling me you're no good for me. Took some time, but now I find the fairy tale was a fantasy.
But that's okay, 'cause I got plans. I know where I belong. I'll say goodbye to the fairy tale life and hello to a brand new song.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm singing a brand new song.
Yesterday I boarded the train from New York to LA.
Had to